Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's the 24th of July, 2024. We're going to talk about Palantir today and why you may want to bet big on Palantir going up in price. I'm going to break down some things off the chart in a real simplistic fashion so that you guys can kind of see that this game doesn't have to be complicated. You can still see from the overall market perspective what people are trying to do. So first, you guys can see that we did a price prediction in the market for Palantir right here on March the 15th. The expectation was price to trend down. We identified a couple of buy zones. This one down there around 16, the middle one around 20, and then the closest one when price was trading at on March the 18th, right there around 22, 21.50. Now we can clearly see that buyers did not show up at this buy zone. Okay, they didn't do it, but they did buy at our second buy zone. Isn't that crazy? How we already figured out where the buyers would be. They came in right there around $20.40, and they did it a couple of times. Right here in April, they did it again here in May, and then towards the ending of May. They didn't let price fall below. They maintained their buying activity right there around $20. Isn't that crazy? So that's why we had our ultimate area TP around that vicinity. Right there. We was already positioned to see that market attempt to hold that level, and it did. Okay. So now, next thing, zooming out. The trend in Palantir is still the same. It is not broken. So we got two positive things that we can see that the market is still aiming for higher prices. That is, it held this buy zone, and then it is still holding this trend. Okay. Now let's get up here to this sell zone, though. We really need to talk about this sell zone in Palantir. Now, I'm not going to negate the fact that selling has occurred in the market in Palantir right at this area. Selling has definitely occurred in the market. So, can we see price go down from where it is now? Yes. Why? Because we have already seen evidence that the sellers in the market in Palantir are currently hitting the stock. That's why we created these sell zones. Okay? That's why we created the sell zones, to show you that we are anticipating that selling is going to increase. The selling pressure is going to increase, and that is what we've noticed. But what else do you see? What else do you notice in the midst of those sellers trying to hit the price in Palantir? What else do you see? Yeah, every time the market gets hit with selling, it gets bought up. That's a big indication that the market is still maintaining its bullishness, if that's a word. Now, the sad part is that we don't want price to just continue to get hit with selling, because eventually that selling could overpower the buying activity, and then we can see a massive crash down. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Palantir do this until earnings, and then boom. So the market may try to hold up price, get all the way up to earnings, and then fall. That's the thing that I'm paying attention to that would alleviate the prospects of looking for Palantir to go up. Okay. Here it is on the 4-day chart. Again, the market is getting hit with a lot of selling. That's the cause of concern. The good thing is that currently, as I record this video, the buyers are still here buying. But eventually, they will run out of money. So if they cannot get all of these sellers out the way prior to them running out of money, we need to expect the market in Palantir to come down. Are you prepared for that? Because I know many of you who are Palantir holders would say, yeah, of course, let the market come down. I'm just going into my bank account and cash out. I'm going to go ahead and buy more. Because this is a very strong stock right now. The market is still trending bullish. The question would be, do you want to buy here? Or do you want to buy down here at this trend line? Or this buy zone? Okay, so here's on the 7-hour chart, just to show you that yes, selling is coming into the market in Palantir right now. Here it is on the 11-hour chart. You just see more selling coming through. But let me go ahead and put this on the chart though. Okay, so I'm going to take it down here to like 26, because I do see this area right here as a buy zone. So the market may actually try to come here and bounce as a buy zone and then lift higher. But we are also zooming out. We're hitting places that we haven't seen Palantir trade in a couple of years, right? Because it was a SPAC, I think, and the market is currently hitting at prices at $30 back in 2021. Here it is, 2024. The people who bought back in 2021, they have at least broken even. They're breaking even now after 3 years. Think about that. 3 years, them having this loss in their account. Now the market is now right back to where you once bought. Do you sell just to break even, or do you hold to look for Palantir to continue to shoot up to these higher prices? Because if you do hold, let me see if this is a area here. I'm going to see if the market already hit this area. Because if you hold, we may see Palantir try to run up here to this area around 40. Okay. So yeah, we'll do that. We're going to hold this area as our target. Like I said, I see selling going on, so I'm not going to be drastically bullish. I see increased selling. I see the power of the sellers hitting the stock right now. So my first target is going to be real small and minimal. Right here at the low of this sell zone. $30.40, $30.25. That's 5.31%. My second target is going to be at the high of that sell zone. $31.50, 9.25. And that's it. We'll see if the market is able to take the prices to those levels. If so, kudos. If not, we already know the reason why. We don't need to be surprised. We don't need to question. We don't need to say, well, what's going on with the market in Palantir? I've already told you. It's because sellers are there. All right, so go ahead and give me your thoughts. If you guys appreciate the video and the content, hit the like button. Share the video, also subscribe. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.